The headlines tonight on Dateline 2018. It's now an objective fact that Brexit is a complete disaster. For example, the Brexit minister actually forgot that we live on an island. I mean, come on. That's the talent pool we're dealing with here. Jo Johnson is being talked about in something other than giggles.
We'll be investigating whether a democratic referendum on a thing we've never voted on is democratic. Should the people have a say, or should we leave this one to Theresa May's crack team?
Formerly the most famous jungle, now the most prominent tax avoidance scheme in the world.
As online retail giant Amazon gears up for Christmas, we ask if their latest land acquisition goes too far.
And US President and self-confessed sex offender Donald J. Trump this week refused to attend a ceremony of respect in France because it was too rainy and, to be fair, he was really sleepy.
I fell asleep.
Critics accused the president of making up the excuse, but White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted out a video of said rain as cold, hard proof. Though some have suggested that the video was doctored, you can be the judge. Like an unidentified warmth spreading through your trousers.
Yes, you should have gone home when the barman suggested.
This is Dateline 2018. Good morning, and for those of you just joining us, it's just gone 3 AM. Our top story this morning. After 2 years, the UK government has now categorically proven that Brexit is not only unworkable, but damn near suicidal too. But there is still a hardy band of opportunists who believe that while society crumbles into some sort of post-apocalyptic hellscape, they might be able to pocket a tidy sum before escaping to the continent. And as half of Britain, although let's face it, probably more than half, are calling for a referendum on whether to stop this madness, Brexiteers are adamant that democracy stopped in 2016 and the referendums are no longer allowed because everything has been decided forever. Or has it? Jack!
Well, James, to help us answer that, I'm joined now, during what I can only assume is a break in his working class job, by Michael Garage, chief of the Real British Backbone for Brexit campaign. Mr. Garage, thank you for coming on. Now, a people's vote, surely it's a foregone conclusion.
Look, mate, we've had a people's vote. We don't need another one. Any sort of democratic vote now would clearly be anti-democratic.
A democratic vote would be anti-democratic. Well, it's an interesting interpretation, certainly. But look, in the last vote, we just didn't know the terms of Brexit, and we do now.
Are you saying working class people were too stupid to understand? Are you saying I'm too stupid because I'm working class? I left university with a Douglas. A Douglas, mate.
A Douglas?
Hurd, mate. Douglas Hurd.
Two things, Mr. Garage. No one's saying anyone was stupid. We literally couldn't know what was going to happen because, well, it's all happened since 2016. Also, aren't you the CEO of EIB Incorporated? Can CEOs be working class? What does EIB stand for anyway?
I built that company from the ground up, mate. The ground that my father, the 4th Earl of Chichester, gave me.
So not working class?
Nah, second son, mate. I'll be lucky to see a knighthood out of this. What have you got against people from the north anyway?
People from the north? I'll be honest, Mr. Garage, you don't sound like you're from the north.
North of the river, mate.
I don't think north of the river necessarily makes you working class either, but we can get back to... Oh.
Speak. Yeah. Yeah. No, those numbers aren't acceptable. Look, go back and tell Macron if he wants to make serious money, he's going to have to get on this gravy train. Well, he who dares wins, he who hesitates. Well, you know what happened to Greece. Listen, I've got some journo here. Phone me back when he says yes. Well, I don't care how you do it. Well, is he got kids? Good, use that.
What does EIB Incorporated stand for, Mr. Garage?
European Investment Bureau. We make lots of investments in EU companies, specifically those poised to vastly increase in value in the near future. Pharmaceuticals, food transportation. We recently diversified into fishing.
So hang on, are you just posing as some everyman working class Brit to make a quick profit out of a no-deal Brexit at the expense of millions of people?
Yes, it's almost like a metaphor for the whole thing, isn't it?
The online retail giant Amazon have announced groundbreaking new plans to follow, to the letter, the tax regime of a country in which they will be based. To that end, they've purchased Portugal. Colette Coleman has more.
people laughed when in 1810 Cornelius Amazon predicted that his company, the C.A. Amazon Goods and Tackle Delivery Bureau, would one day take over the world. And while that dream died with Cornelius Amazon in 1812, a company with a slightly similar name, founded almost 2 centuries later, are one step closer to achieving that dream today. Amazon. Remember when they used to just do books?
Punch one button and my book's on the way.
That's right, kids. They only did books. Well, they've just bought Portugal. Since the deal went through last week, demolition work has already begun. At the moment, there's a job for every Portuguese man, woman and child, whether they want it or not. But the trillion-dollar corporation says it hopes to phase out the population entirely in the next decade, replacing them with an all-robot workforce. Spain are said to be delighted with this, and the Spanish Prime Minister gave a speech to that effect this morning on the new state channel Amazon Prime.
Momentos muy duros de la lucha contra el terrorismo, donde el Partido Socialista apoyó el acercamiento de los presos de ETA precisamente para distender la situación en el País Vasco.
By January, Amazon hoped to have completed the world's largest warehouse facility at a whopping 300 square miles, which they intend to double by February. Following suit, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg tried to shock the world and steal the limelight with his own national purchase. But the residents of the Faroe Islands didn't seem that bothered, and they did get a new internet cafe out of it. This is Colette Coleman for Dateline 2018.
This is Dateline 2018. You can tweet or follow us on Instagram at Dateline 2018, and we're on facebook.com/Dateline.
I think I made it clear last week that we care not a jot for your indecipherable musings, yet here we are again.
But we are going to go through them quickly this week because they don't matter.
First one here is from an @WilliamWallace_69, and he tweets, Jack and James, 2 legends of the business. Love the show.
I've got one here from @MrFunbags_69 who says, love the show, Jack, James and Colette, the whole team, 3 legends.
And one here from @JC_69 who writes, Jack, James, Colette, legends all 3. Not sure about the Scottish guy though.
Not sure who that's referring to. We don't watch any of the regional stuff. Anyway, James, I believe you have one more tweet there.
I do, Jack, yes. I feel like we've done one too many.
Like we've milked this segment a little too much?
Yes, I think we did it last week too.
We are still doing it.
Yeah, we've made it more worse, not better.
Well, just read the goddamn tweet then.
Okay. Jack, James, but not the other one. You self-indulgent hacks. I will find you and I will have my revenge. That's from @Hans_69.
Oh, well, it's all very easy when you're hiding behind your keyboard.
In your pants.
Yes, at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just gone 5 minutes past 3 in the morning and I'm not wearing any trousers.
He's not.
A special report now from Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Bryony Lang, and an exclusive to Dateline 2018. It's the long-awaited interview with the Lord Lucan. But just before we go over to that, we bid farewell to viewers in the regional backwaters. For you, it's the news where you are.
Hello and welcome to Dateline Scotland. In a devastating blow to the Nationalist, the Michelin Tire Company is going bust. In Dundee, that was bust, which I said on purpose as a joke. Anyway, experts from all corners of the Scottish Labour Party agree that it was SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon's fault because of her obsession with independence. And the latest SNP vanity project is announced as the hard shoulder of the M8 looks set to become a bus lane. What if there's an emergency? How are you supposed to get past a bus? It's ridiculous. Explain that, Nicola. But first, the historic town of Annan is about to receive a facelift. Potentially. Pending planning permission. And Sandy Toksvig has more.
Welcome to Annan, in Dumfries and Galloway, where there's not much to do for the community to do, which is why some Annan folk have set up a Facebook group calling for a new community centre or something, which has got like 12 likes and 3 shares. And one of the ideas is for a centre thing like what I just said earlier to go here. Just think of all the things you could do. You could do a beat sale, you could do a little plays or something, anything. But nobody wants it, so probably it's not going to happen. But you never know. In Annan, Annan goes. You can have that, Annan. You put a sign or something. I'd even warn it. You can have it. Lost the sound in Toxvig for Dela, Scotland.
I don't get it. Did they not mean anything? No, anything. Anything. Oh, you're just saying Annan. Anything. Oh, right. And finally, Labour MSP and crusader against sectarianism, James Take Me Seriously Kelly, has blasted the Nationalist for stupidly getting rid of the Offensive Behaviour in Football Act. The fact that he lobbied for its removal in the first place only proves his integrity for reasons I can't currently think of. Ours is not to question why, ours is to say goodbye.